I went to take vengeance back on him. Like, vengeance was mine, not anyone else's.
I've heard it myself.
And I went with my gun, trying to be a little sexy.
So she's about to pop the trunk on him like, what? Huh? What was it? Hey beautiful people, it's Success Mentor Dante J. Worth, and I'm back with another video right here on Audacious Believer TV! Woo! Now if this is your first time tuning in, I need you to make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure that you like this video. And make sure that you are commenting down below. Me and my team absolutely love to read your comments. Now tonight, tonight, whatever time it is, we're being joined by the beautiful, the fabulous, the one, the only. Tell them who you are, darling.
Imani Olear.
Woo!
Waiting to do this.
Yes! I invited Imani here tonight to talk about, what was the topic that we came up with? I even forgot. Oh my gosh, my mind.
Probably yoga for a
Something
good hood.
About yoga for a good hood, baby. Something with yoga. So I want to know why, before I ask you anything about yoga, what is your story?
Oh God, this is only 15 minutes. We don't have time for all my story.
Yes.
But I'm just a child of God that has figured that out.
That's awesome. That is awesome. That is good.
That's it. But also like this child of the universe, and that my quirky self that always felt like I wasn't accepted.
Yes.
That I can walk in the gifts that are me.
That's good.
And walk in the truth as me despite all my other stuff that has happened in my life.
That's good. That's good. And I know that you have had an incredible testimony, that you went through some great things. I have your book. I do have a copy of her book. Make sure you grab a copy. So tell us about what is one experience that you've had that's really been defining of who you are today.
I think one of the most defining moments was when someone that let's just say, did me wrong.
Yeah.
That I went to take vengeance back on him. Like, vengeance was mine, not anyone else's.
I've heard it myself.
And I went with my gun, trying to be a little sexy.
So she's about to pop the trunk on him like, what? Huh? What was it?
And after we wrestled and he took the gun from me, which I realized in that moment, oh boy, something else could be happening. And I heard people going to church. It was on a Sunday.
We popping trucks on Sundays, y'all.
I don't even care. And I realized in that moment, I don't want this for my life. And so I started this process of self-forgiveness.
That's awesome.
And forgiveness of whatever that other stuff was, and tried to live in love.
That's good. That's really good. So tell us a little bit about, you're now a reverend, right? You're a reverend, you're a yoga instructor, you are, so she went from popping trunks to becoming a reverend. Anything is possible with God. So for you, like, how did that journey happen for you? Like, how did you go from that place of being really angry, being really wanting to bring vengeance, to now helping others to heal?
I first had to start with me.
Okay.
I do this meditation every day called Metta Meditation. Okay. And it has 4 parts. May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe, and may I be at peace.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Good.
And so I start with myself, and then I start for people I love. Then I say the same thing for someone I love.
Nice.
And then I say it for like general, and then I say it for like people I don't even like.
Oh, there you go. That's good.
Because that helps me stop the spirit of slap that comes upon me in my life.
The spirit of slap, the spirit of want to jump on somebody and catch these hands, $3.99.
And I just, that's been my process.
That's good.
And so I want everyone else to have that.
That's good.
And particularly in our communities where people of color and people in poverty don't have access.
Yes.
And yes, I'm a preacher. Yes, I believe in the Lord. But I also believe that there's many pathways in which we can get freedom.
Yeah. Good. That's good. So for you, how do you define meditation?
Meditation is just sitting, being still, and just listening.
Yeah.
And even listening to the crazy monkey stuff that comes up into our head, that monkey mind, they call it in the Buddhist community.
Yes.
But just being still, and then maybe if it's 5 minutes.
That's good. That's good. So I know that my first introduction to any kind of meditation was Anime Bullock in What's Love Got to Do with It?
Oh,
when she was sitting there, and I'm yelling, and they're killing, I'm yelling. Yeah. So do you think is there a certain position, a certain posture that you have to have when you meditate?
No, I meditate in the grocery store.
Okay.
And I'm in line. I meditate when I'm in the car.
Yes.
Now, it is good to have a time, right?
Yeah.
Like every morning, I go sit in my room that's all mine.
Yes.
And just sit and be still for a moment.
That's good. I know Deepak Chopra. How do you say his name? Deepak Chopra.
Yes.
Y'all know what I'm
Deepak.
talking about. Deepak. He says he meditates from 4 in the morning to 6 in the morning.
Oh, good.
Look, how long do you meditate every day?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
That's my commitment.
Okay.
My commitment is to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Sometimes it's with an app.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just me being silent.
That's good.
Sometimes it's doing the Metta Meditation or burning some Palo Santo.
So a lot of people who are watching right now, they have never experienced yoga. It was almost a year ago that I walked into Yoga for a Good Hood. It was my first time going in there, and I was like, I don't have any Uggs on. I don't have my good pumpkin spice latte. I don't have any leggings, and I was scared. But then when I walked into the room, you made it feel like as though it was home already.
Right.
So for someone who's out there watching, why should they try yoga?
Because it's everything. No, it really is. I just came from doing yoga with men that are basically locked into this house, young men that are locked in the house because of some violent offenses.
Yes.
And they were like, I ain't doing this. And then after 30 minutes, they said, Miss Ma'am.
Yeah. Miss Ma'am, I love it.
I feel like I'm breathing better.
Yes.
And I go, that's it. Right? And I think everyone should try if you just want to breathe a little better in the midst of all the stuff.
That's good, because I know that when I left there, it was almost like this high feeling of, it's cheaper than those other things that people be out there doing. I ain't gonna talk about y'all, but anyway, it's like there is definitely a different high feeling that comes with yoga. So for someone who may feel as though they don't have the right body, they don't have the right experience, they don't have the right look to do yoga, what is your advice to them?
I don't look like your average yoga teacher.
Okay.
And don't have the average, like I have lupus, I have RA, I have like I got all the things, all of them.
All of them.
And I try to tell people it doesn't matter. I'm also a woman that came from 283 pounds into this body, and was doing yoga at that body. So we make it accessible for everybody's body.
Yes. I've seen that where there's modifications for those who can stand up, sit down, wherever. So
yeah,
that's awesome. So what are the greatest benefits of doing yoga?
Greatest benefit of doing yoga is that you can just really find yourself. You can calm your parasympathetic nervous system, which is like a gun in a lot of our communities, right? Like of our own cells, like our bodies are firing off like this. And because, and I'm not even going to get into the political system that's currently going on right now, we're all anxious about all that kind of stuff. It will allow you to find, even if it's just an hour worth of peace.
That's good. That's good. I know that for me, when I was up there, I just felt really centered. And there's a piece of the yoga where we actually have to lay down and clear our minds. Yeah. Well, we have to try to clear our minds. Yes. So you have to lay still. So what is happening in those moments when we're trying to lay down, just silence our mind? What is going on?
That's called Shavasana.
Shavasana, okay.
Translated into corpse pose. Okay. Which sounds weird, right? But corpse pose is the idea is that you die so you can rise.
That's good. That's really good. That's really good.
So you just take a moment to just breathe and rest after all the work you've done in your body, and then you can get up again to face all the other things that you got to face.
That's good. I know that a lot of people of color who have never tried it because of the stigma of us and them. That's for them, not for us. How can we overcome that stigma?
I think you just come.
Just
come. I think you just come. Just come.
Just show up.
I'm a preacher that does yoga.
Yes.
Right. So there's no religious kind of connotations to it. You can make it whatever you want to make it. But just come.
Yes, I believe that. I love that. There's so many stigmas about doing certain things, not just yoga, but a lot of different things that's for them, not for us. So for you.
For me.
You have been doing yoga for how long?
I've been doing yoga for over 28 years.
28 years?
And then there's lulls, right?
Yeah.
Like there's trauma that has happened in my body that I step away, but I had muscle memory almost. Like I would be in a traumatic situation, like when my son's father was murdered. I would just I was kind of hyperventilate, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, that breath thing.
Yeah.
And I would just use my breath in those moments.
Is yoga meditation, or is it a form of meditation?
It is all that.
It's all that, okay.
Yoga actually is what they call the 8 limbs.
Okay.
And it's about practicing nonviolence. It's about becoming present. It's about learning breath. It's like all these things. And then the postures that we do are just one little bit of it.
Yeah, a lot of people think that those postures can be very hard. Like I have a couple of favorites. I love to grow the tree. I love that move. I love the downward dog. There's a lot of great moves out there. For those who are never tried anything before, what can they do at home, or what can they do to prepare themselves for that first class of coming into Yoga for Goodhood?
Stand in both of their feet.
Okay. Just stand up.
Stand up. Feel your feet.
Yes.
Lengthen your spine.
Yes.
Shoulder blades down your back, hands down to the side.
Yes, very empowering.
And that's called mountain pose. And it means you're unmovable. You cannot be messed with. And just like there is the root of everything. It's called Tadasana. And there's Tadasana in every asana.
I love it. So are you ready for rapid fire questions?
Oh boy.
Woo! Favorite book?
Favorite book? Oh, I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings.
Oh, I love that book. Favorite movie?
Oh, It's a Wonderful Life.
Ooh! I love it. So why should you not give up?
Because I have a lot to give.
Who inspires you?
Everyone I come in contact with right in that moment.
To be audacious means to be
beautiful. Great.
Keep going.
Grace-filled.
Yes.
Inspired.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Dante. I'm playing.
Yes.
I love it. Okay, so people, how they can find out more about Yoga for a Good Hood, find out more about you, where can they go?
yogaforagoodhood.org. Look us up. We're also on Instagram and Facebook.
Yes. And when are classes? When's the next class? Is there a schedule?
Oh, there's classes Monday night 6:30. Thursday mornings 9 a.m. Oh, a Monday 6 a.m. class now too.
Yes.
Thursday nights at 6:30.
Yes.
Fridays 5:30 and 6:45, and Saturdays 2 o'clock and 6:30.
So until next time, remember that life is meant to be enjoyed and not just endured. How you doing?
I love you.